Welcome to the
20th
episode of Magic the Amateuring and the first episode of Good Luck High Five.
We've decided to rename the show what it should have rightfully been named many episodes ago. But instead, we decided to invent a word that doesn't really mean anything and is impossible to spell. Quick poll.
Well, I just say amateuring the way that it sounds.
What do you mean?
Like, that's how I tell people to spell it. Like, amateuring. It's like the way that it sounds. Like amateur and then put ing on the end.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's true. It's the U and the E that trips me up.
Oh, so your issue is with the word amateur?
Yes. My issue is systemic. Quick poll. If you think we should change the show's name to Good Luck High Five, raise your hand and let us know.
Thank you. We can see all of your hands.
We
can see your hands.
Welcome to Magic the Amateuring, by the way.
Yes, a podcast about Magic the Gathering. It is, in fact, called Magic the Amateuring.
It is.
Right now.
Right now.
We're not promising that it'll be called that forever. We're also not promising that it won't be called that forever.
Mm-hmm. One day it could be changed to Ajmic, the... No, I was trying to invert the letters. It really didn't work out.
Magic the... Amateuring.
No. Anyway, no matter what, my name's probably going to still be Maria.
My name's probably still going to be Egan. Meghan.
It's appropriate for Easter.
We're really together.
We're with
right
it.
Now.
Speaking
We're very with it.
Of egging, Nicol Bolas.
Yeah.
He still has his head egg up in there.
Yeah.
And somebody called him the Easter Bunny today.
Oh, they did? Mm-hmm. I'm sure he enjoyed that.
I think Nicol is very close to the Easter Bunny in that he has two pointy little ears, I'll call them, with an egg.
Wait, he has to also have real ears, though.
Yeah.
Wait, do dragons have like reptile ears where it's just like a hole in their head?
Yeah.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Can you imagine if dragons had like ears kind of like horses have? Oh, it'd
really
be so cute. Like a little like little horse ears.
Fluffy horse ears.
On this week's episode, we're going to talk about Amonkhet.
Yes.
We'll be talking both about some of the cards that have been previewed in the past week, and we'll be talking about the Amonkhet story. Ooh. That's right, we're going to have an abridged story time once again. We'll also chat the results of GP Mexico City and have a standard corner.
This show, as always, is brought to you by you, the people of the world, and our patrons on patreon.com/MTAcast. Thank you so much for joining the family. We've had quite an influx of new less than 1% club members this week, Megan.
Thank you so much, everybody.
I have a feeling I know why.
Why?
And it has nothing to do...
Easter?
It's nothing to do with Easter and the goodness you feel for candy chocolate in your heart, nor does it have to do with St. Patrick's Day and the drinking of imbibing of green beverages.
Is it Memorial Day?
It is not Memorial Day, and the saluting of the flag and the soldiers.
Is it National Sibling Day?
It is, in fact... the fact that there is a new life tracking app out there called Lifelinker.
That's right. There is an app called Lifelinker out there made by none other than the folks over at the Command Zone.
Yeah, friends of the show. Great guys. Jimmy and Josh. They produced the wonderful series Game Nights on YouTube. Yes. If you haven't seen it, go check it out, where they play Commander with some really awesome people.
Yeah.
Latest episode, Melissa DeTora shows up. And I can only assume beats them into the Stone Age.
Just thrashes them thoroughly.
But they needed an app to showcase their life totals on this show. So they're like, I don't know, why don't we make one?
What if we just make our own app? And you can also get lots of different sick backgrounds.
Yes.
Including a Good Luck High Five background.
Yeah.
Ooh.
We're super special because we have 2 backgrounds on Lifelinker.
That's right. You can get us with our faces as illustrated from several years ago. You can get an illustration of us as we were in the past, once upon a time.
Yes.
Or our awesome Good Luck High Five logo that you can get on our playmats and t-shirts at magictheamateuring.com.
All you have to do is download Lifelinker and put in our codes, which you will automatically receive if you're a patron of Magic the Amateuring. So not only do you get to be a member of the Less Than 1% Club, access to our Discord chat, and super sick rewards, you also get our sweet backgrounds for free just by becoming a patron.
Do you know whose logo is also on there?
Whose?
Card Kingdom.
Yeah.
And they happen to be our sponsor as well, helping us bring the show to you. CardKingdom.com/MTAcast is a great place for boosters, for cards that you need, for things to put the cards into, like other stacks of cards.
Yeah.
Or other sleeves or binders.
Can you imagine if your deck box was just a bunch of other cards that you
Where's your deck box?
Sandwiched.
Oh, it's the sandwich of cards. Perfect. So that you don't have to use a sandwich of cards.
Yeah.
As your deck
Don't
box.
be that
CardKingdom.com/MTAcast couch. /MTAcast. Check it out, everybody.
/couch. I want to say one more thing. We were singing the praise of those battle decks that Card Kingdom sells on their website and in their store the other week, and they actually sent us a bunch of them. So we're going to do a giveaway. They sent us all the ones with punny or funny names. So I've got them downstairs, and we'll do a giveaway because they're super cool and well constructed. So thank you, and you guys get to profit thanks to Card Kingdom. Check out our videos, by the way, youtube.com/MTAcast. We're going to be making a slew of new content. That's right, a slew coming up very near in the future.
Not a sloth.
No, not a
slew.
Sloth. A slew.
Not a sloth. A slew or a sloth.
Yes.
A slew.
A slew.
A slew.
A slew is the past tense of a sloth after it died. Sorry.
Aww.
Really brought it down there. It's time for Meghan's Standard Corner.
Hey everybody, it's just a standard corner. I went out last week and played a PPTQ.
What? How long has it been since you did that?
Oh my gosh, I would say over a year and a half.
That's so sad.
At least a year and a half since I last played a PPTQ. And it was a ton of fun.
Yeah.
2, it was standard, hence why we're talking standard corner. I played 4-color Copycat. I practiced about 4 games before I went.
That's
which
enough.
is
It's probably enough.
Not what I advise personally. It's not the best way to go about anything. I managed to go 3-2 anyways though.
Holy crap.
Which I was very proud of.
Oh yeah, you should be.
Mostly I'm out there chasing those sweet planeswalker points.
Yeah.
But so in the tournament, and people have been saying this, but the local metagame is so different from the Grand Prix metagame because in the entire 5 rounds, I played a Teamer Aetherworks deck.
Wow.
Which I won the first game, right? I played a turn 3 Saheeli, and then they tapped out, and then turn 4 I played a Felidar Guardian, and I was like, okay, that was an interesting choice, but here we go.
I am so terrified if I was ever to play against Saheeli Copycat.
I mean, I guess if he has nothing in hand, he has to tap out and see if he can go crazy.
Yeah.
And then I lost the second and third games. The third game I just I got stuck on 2 lands. I kept a 2-lander and never saw another one. But the second game, there's so many times when I was just should I go for it? But he had all of this mana up to spin his Aetherworks Marvel, and I was I'm gonna get Ulamog, but I would have lost anyway if he had hit Ulamog. So there was a time when I should have tried to combo off, and I didn't, and he whiffed on an Ulamog.
That's interesting for me to think about because I'm thinking about it from the perspective of playing against the Copycat deck, terrified that they always have the combo, and you're sitting there thinking terrified that they're going to break apart my combo.
Yeah,
it's just a deck of fear.
How it works. Yeah. And he also kept leaving up 2 mana, so I was maybe he had Harness Lightning the whole time anyways.
Yeah.
But I feel there's a chance that I might have won that second game if I had just been Boulder and went for it. Then I played against 2 Teamer Dynavolt Tower decks.
Wow.
Which I won both of those because the deck kind of has some issues if it doesn't get Tower online, and they just didn't. Neither time. I played 2 Teamer Tower players, and both of them afterwards I was what are you playing exactly? And they were oh, Teamer Tower, and I was well, I never saw a Dynavolt Tower, so I had to ask. I didn't know.
What is this deck? That's one game plan. Keep your win con a mystery and nobody will ever know what you're playing.
Exactly. And then the fourth round I played against a Mardu Vehicles deck.
Okay.
I got crushed in that one. And
were they playing like the Fumigate version, do you know?
I don't know.
Okay.
But I didn't see a Fumigate. I don't think so, because they were playing the hyper aggressive one with like Bomat Courier, the little 1/1 for one that like gets in there.
Yeah.
Anyways, so and then that one like I made a bad keep in game 2, which I think was the reason why I lost game 2. I kept like 5 lands, and a Skyboat.
Well, Skyboat.
I mean, like, Skyboat is a great card, but it's not good enough. And I almost came back, but then my opponent drew like 3 unlicensed disintegrations in a row.
Oh, brutal.
It was pretty brutal. Although, okay, story for people who are like, so like, right, my opponent gets me down to like 2 or something like that.
Yeah.
And I felt good about this sequence because I like had played Skyboat the turn before. And killed something. And then on this turn, I play a Rogue Refiner. And then I'm like, okay, do you know what? If my opponent has unlicensed disintegration, I don't want to crew my Skyboat on their turn.
Right.
So I crew the Skyboat and attack with it anyways.
Yeah.
Because I also have a Pia Nalar in play.
Sick.
So I, like, with that, I, like, shoot the, I shoot the Pia Nalar, and then I had drawn a harness.
Her dad is already dead!
I know, I'm sorry. And then I shoot the Thopter, like with a Harness Lightning that I have in hand. And my opponent is left with only like a Thraben Inspector and a Heart of Kieran.
Yeah.
And like, I want to say that's it. But anyways, yeah, I think that's like it. And they'd already cracked their clue and everything earlier. And he, on my end step, he's tapped out. He's like, I have the unlicensed disintegration. Can you beat it? And I had just drawn a natural state and I had left green mana open. And so I just had to look at this guy and be like, take your turn.
Just like, go.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell you.
Okay. So he like passes it or tries to cast unlicensed disintegration. And I kill the Heart of Kieran in response. So like it kills my creature, but I don't take 3.
Yeah.
So it was just one of those moments where you're just like, don't ask me that. Just like do it. Just like go to your turn and do it, because the answer is yes. The answer is yes, I can deal with your unlicensed disintegration and I'm not going to die to it.
It would have been great if you were like, no, but we should probably play it out. And then they're like, unlicensed D, and you're like, just kidding.
Anyways, and then in the last round, I played against green-black Snack deck. And the first game took like 35 minutes.
Oh,
it took like 35 minutes, and I finally won it.
Long
and then
games.
we didn't really finish game 2.
Yeah, when we were in.
And that was a listener of the show who was very, very nice.
Oh, that's awesome.
Who gave me the Siege Rhino, the break in case of emergency Siege Rhino and lighter at GP Minneapolis.
That was so good.
It was great.
Snack decks take a long time to win.
Yes.
Snack deck on snack deck, you know, I think it was some feature match area, and the players were playing against each other, and they both go, well, one game, like before they sit down, because they know.
Did they run out of dice to put on their cards too? Because
probably.
Because when I like in the third round or something, I sat next to 2 green-black people facing off, and it was like at one point someone had like a 6/8 Ether Sphere Harvester with lifelink or whatever. It was just like insane.
It's a really sick snack. Like really big snack. So how was your experience playing Standard for the first kind of time in a while, or competitively?
Do you know what? Like I really liked it, I have to admit. I know people are tired, they feel like this format is stale and there's only 2 decks, but like I said, I played against four different decks that day.
Yeah.
And I had a great time playing the copycat deck.
Yeah.
Like it's up my alley.
It's definitely your kind of deck.
It's a lot of fun. And I feel like if I had, put in a little bit more practice, it would have been even better. But I feel like I eked out that 3-2 in part because like it feels like my kind of deck.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So if I had tried to like pick up Mardu Vehicles and like take it with 4 games under my belt, I think I would have just been thoroughly like thrashed by everybody. I would have gone like 0-5 in that sucker.
Do you think they're going to ban Felidar Guardian?
I feel like maybe. I feel like it's a real possibility.
I actually don't know.
Yeah. I'm glad that they didn't mid-season ban it.
Yeah.
But I could certainly see them being like, do you know what? We're going to let everybody finish out this season. And then, like, after that, like, no more. Like, it's done.
You've had your fun.
Get out.
You've had your fun. Stop. Yeah, it's interesting because there are certainly a number of ways, the argument could be there are a number of ways to deal with it. So just figure it out.
Yeah.
But,
yeah,
I don't know.
I mean... It is tough to say, but I'm excited for the potential that Control has in Amonkhet, so we can always dream.
Yes. Let's talk about some of that Amonkhet potential.
Oh, yeah.
Amonkhet previews.
Woo! So, Maria,
yes.
There's been some stuff.
I know! Some stuff has gone down in Amonkhet.
So... What in the past week have you been like, what?
Okay, so so many things.
Okay.
The number one thing for me, personally, / I think a lot of people, was Vizier of the Menagerie. That's a very fancy way of saying Menagerie. Vizier of the Menagerie.
I love that Tennessee Williams play the Glass Menagerie.
Could you imagine?
The Glass Menagerie.
If somebody put on the Glass Menagerie in English.
They all, like, everything's
in
like
British
that.
accents.
Oh my goodness.
Definitely a different take on that.
The Glass Menagerie.
Sometimes, betrayed by my own mouth. Vizier of the Menagerie. 3 and a green for a 3/4. Mythic Naga Cleric. Some people gave me the spice because I called it a snack on Twitter. Guess what? I'm going to call it a snack because it looks like a snack.
It's a snack with arms.
Oh, that's the difference.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, there's, like, snacks that are full on, and then there's Naga, which are, like, snacks with arms. And they're kind of human.
And they're like humans.
Yeah.
Well, he's wearing an adorable vest.
Clothes.
And he's petting a cat.
Yeah, he is.
Somebody suggested...
And there's an eagle in the background being like, I've got you.
Like, the flavor text should be, good kitty. I think that's pretty cute. Anyway, you may look at the top card of your library. You may cast the top card of your library if it's a creature card. You may spend mana as though it were mana of any type to cast creature spells.
Wow.
So, at first blush, I was like, wait a second. Does this allow you to cast a creature at instant speed from the top of your library?
No.
That's insanity.
You can still only cast it.
No. It does not. It's not quite that good, but it is pretty good. I love that you can just like look at your top card of your library whenever you want.
It says in parentheses, you may do this at any time. Whenever you're feeling it.
I feel like looking at it. Okay, go ahead.
Hey.
Infinite Scry. And it basically is like this is an effect we've seen on other cards, a similar one, like that
Courser of Crufix.
Courser of Crufix.
Which let you in that case, specifically play with it revealed, and if it was a land, you could play it from the top.
And I was thinking of the red enchantment, red Khan's enchantment, which let you like play it if you wanted to or whatever, the top card of your library.
What?
You know what I'm thinking? You know what I'm talking about?
I obviously have no idea.
Oh, there's enchantments of all the colors from Khans of Tarkir.
What?
What am I talking about?
I have no idea.
Somebody knows. It was just like you can, at the beginning of your upkeep, you could choose dragons or Khans.
Oh, yeah. Nope, not, it's the sieges.
Yeah, siege,
Outpost
that's what
siege.
I meant.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Outpost Siege. That one specifically exiled the top card of your library. That's right.
Yeah.
And you could play it.
So what it's essentially doing and like is giving you an extra card to potentially play with in your hand, which is a really powerful ability. And a 3/4 for 4, pretty great. The art is just legendary.
It's wonderful.
The creature's
really
not
wonderful.
But this art is great. Anyway, I just love it.
It's true, it's not a legendary. The Vizier, you could have more than one Vizier, apparently.
I guess.
Yeah. We've also got a Liliana.
Oh, we
Death's
do.
Majesty.
This is Liliana.
She's really just living it up.
Like, in her full form, in my opinion.
She's like, I've got this.
With zombie, servants.
3 black. 5 loyalty. +1, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. Put the top 2 cards of your library into your graveyard. -3, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. That creature is a black zombie in addition to its other colors and types. It's like just straight up reanimation.
Yeah.
Just like, holy cow. Right off the bat.
Right off the bat, straight
She
up,
comes down,
boom.
she can be like, I'll get this.
Here you go.
-7, destroy all non-zombie creatures.
Somebody pointed out that this card was very consistent, Liliana. Like,
Yeah.
she knows what she's coming for, and it's making zombies and killing everything that's not a zombie.
Liliana, death is consistent.
Wow. That's almost the theme song to MASH. Like, somebody's like, how about suicide is painless? And someone's like, oh, that's super dark. How about death is consistent? Same kind of mood.
Just like less generally messed up.
Wow. Anyway.
Also, I noticed you remember last week we talked about how it was Kefnet the careful, and we're like, who wants to be the careful?
Yeah.
It's actually the mindful
Thank
in this
goodness.
translation. Yes.
That's
Way better.
It's better.
Way better. Way better.
But this Liliana, strong.
Yeah. 5 mana is a lot.
It is.
But you want it to come down and do something like reanimate something straight out of your graveyard, just being like, yep, here it goes.
She has options, right? That's what's good about when you see a good planeswalker. Options and can protect herself. She can make a zombie to protect herself, or she can get something back right away, and she's not even only 1 loyalty, she's 2.
No, she's at 2.
Pretty
So,
great.
Excuse me.
Speaking of planeswalkers, though,
Yeah.
Gideon of the Trials.
Because everybody needed another Gideon. Gideon.
How many Chads do we need at one time in Standard?
Apparently.
So many Chads.
Apparently infinite. 1 white, Planeswalker Gideon. 3 loyalty. Maria, can you read its abilities? Because this font is small.
It's very small.
Very small.
I'm going to scoot myself
There's like a
in.
lot of text.
There is.
It's because it's a text-heavy Gideon. Here we go.
Okay. +1. Until your next turn, prevent all damage target permanent would deal. Okay.
I mean, like, I like that, right?
Yeah.
Just
this
being
is
like-
very control-y.
And do you know what's great is that it's a permanent. So if they like played a Gideon and the 4-mana one and you played this one, you can be like, well, that doesn't do any damage. This Gideon can't hurt this Gideon, obviously.
Stop hitting yourself, Gideon. Okay. 0. Okay, until end of turn, Gideon of the Trials becomes a 4/4 human. Soldier creature with indestructible that's still a planeswalker, prevent all damage that would be dealt to him this turn. So he's all about preventing damage. And another 0.
Ooh.
This is its ultimate. You get an emblem with, as long as you control a Gideon planeswalker, you can't lose the game and your opponents can't win the game. What?
That's weird.
That is... okay, so you can immediately emblem him and he just stays at 3.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. And you can't lose the game unless somebody kills this thing.
Yeah, also true.
So, seems good. I don't know. It's very good in control because
It prevents some damage.
preventing
It's nice.
damage, you
It's
can't
cheap.
lose. It's cheap.
It's pretty sweet.
It doesn't get combat damage dealt, so if you're blocking him, it doesn't matter. It's also
Yeah.
indestructible.
Yeah.
So, answers, man. You gotta have answers. Mm-hmm. There is a Sorcerer's Speed Hero's Downfall basically printed in this set.
Yeah, very true.
That cast out is a card, but like, I have a premonition that I'm going to be quite annoyed by this Gideon. And normally Gideon's my friend.
This is like one of the big hot button issues right now is this Gideon good or not? Because there's some people who are like,
Why? I don't
I mean,
know.
it sure isn't a 5/5 indestructible planeswalker when it attacks.
Okay, you have everything.
Yeah, like that's what I want. And you have to just keep zeroing it to make it a person
Yeah.
that can attack. And so I think that it'll be one of like the things to see what falls out of
What
this
shakes
Gideon.
loose.
Well, what's gonna shake loose is definitely one of those plates of armor.
Oh, yeah.
They're like, there's no way all of those are perfectly riveted together.
No.
Like that, there's gonna be some issues. Although you see his side cleavage.
Yeah. His ab cleavage.
Yeah, his ab cleavage
He's
over
like,
on
check
the
it
side
out.
over here.
You think you don't want to see my six-pack straight on, but I'll show you the side.
Well, someone was pointing out like he's not gonna have full plate on a desert plane because it's just gonna be too hot.
Oh, so it's for cooling purposes.
He would just bake inside of it.
He would bake like he's in a little oven, and that's the tin
Exactly.
foil around the chicken that is his body.
Gideon, the cooked like a chicken.
I don't know. I think that it is a good card, but maybe I'm wrong. It just seems so annoying.
It's one of those things where like time will tell.
We have another planeswalker.
Will tell. We do?
Yes.
What?
Scroll down.
What? Oh, that's right.
Nissa. We have a brand new Nissa.
I forgot. How could I forget? It just happened today.
Nissa, Steward of Elements.
Do you know why I forgot?
Why?
Because she's blue now.
I know.
And she's an X planeswalker.
This is crazy.
X green blue. She comes in with X loyalty counters.
X?
X.
Huh.
Right?
People are saying this card is O to the P.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you could just cast it on 3 and then plus. It's a +2.
It's a +2.
It's
Scry
a +2 to scry 2.
That's good.
So you could like play her on 1 and then immediately put her up to 3.
Yeah.
And she's not protecting herself, but like, so there's also a 0. Look at the top card of your library. If it's a land card or a creature card with converted mana cost less than or equal to the number of loyalty counters on Nissa, Steward of Elements, you may put that card onto the battlefield. -6. 2 lands become landbirds.
Landbirds. 5/5 landbirds.
5/5 landbirds with flying and haste.
So that's 10 damage coming at you in the air. So LSV previewed this card on dailymtg.com, and he said it was strong for just the reasons you've outlined, which is you can play it. You know, it's so flexible. You can play it whenever you need to play it.
Yeah.
And Scry 2, which is pretty good, especially later in the game.
Yeah.
And then when she's ready, she hits for 10.
Yeah. And like you could also play her on turn 5 with 3 counters and immediately 0 her. And like if you know that your deck is like pretty cheap and very creature based, like there's a good chance that you're gonna hit something that you can play right away.
Yeah. Some people were like, what is Nissa doing with blue in her mana cost?
She's just being, she's just getting in touch with her mind abilities.
Yeah. Somebody said, who is it? Allison Lewis said she found the blue while she was on Kaladesh.
She found the blue?
The ability to tap into the blue mana.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe she took a bath for once in her life. You smell, Nissa. You live in the forest.
Wow. Wow.
Oh, that was so brutal.
It's really...
You could play her. Would you play her in your cat deck? Probably not.
Your cat deck?
Your copycat.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, certainly not a Felidar card she gets banned.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I forgot to tell you guys. Brief return to Standard Corner. Like multiple times I killed people without even getting the combo.
With
by
like
doing
your
stuff
3/2?
Well, no, I also had a, the deck runs 3 Chandra Torch of Defiance. So doing stuff like plussing Chandra a bunch and just dealing them 2. And there was even one game where my opponent was at 4 and I got rid of almost everything else. But I had 8 mana, so I cast a Chandra, plussed it to deal him 2, and then cast a Felidar Guardian and flickered the Chandra. And dealt him the last 2.
Nice.
It was great. So there were a lot of games like that, where it's literally like you attack. There was one where I attacked someone with Servant of the Conduits a bunch of times, and it's like, well, okay, I guess you died.
Yeah, that's something about that deck. It can win a number of ways.
So it's really cool because Felidar Guardian, it's not just about the combo, but you can also flicker all of these other things. Like you can flicker Oath of Chandra and kill stuff, or you can flicker Oath of Nissa and like dig for more stuff that you need, or you can flicker creatures and get more energy and draw cards. It's great. So my point was in this case was that I don't know, because she's not something that you could flicker, which is an issue, because then it just sees X is 0 and she goes to the graveyard.
Bye.
Blah.
So what is some other cards that captured your fancy?
Let's see. I mean, as you mentioned, there's like the 1 black kill a creature or planeswalker.
Yes.
Which I am a big fan of. But obviously, and tons of people sent me this card. Pull from Tomorrow. Pull from Tomorrow, X blue, instant, draw X cards, then discard a card. I mean...
What do you think, Megan?
Look, it's no Sphinx's Revelation, okay?
Nothing will ever be Sphinx's Rev.
I know, and do you know what? I was hoping... Because there's like Sphinxes in this set.
It would make sense, wouldn't it?
It would, but I don't think they would do it again.
It's just too good.
I don't think they would do it again.
What if there was Baby Sphinx's Rev and it was called Baby Sphinx's Rev? Where it was, I don't know, it was like...
I feel like this is Baby Sphinx's Rev.
Oh, okay.
Like, this is it. This is what it would be. You get this without the life gain.
I just think it would be so cute if it was a baby version of that Sphinx and it was 1 blue-white and it said, draw a card, gain 3 life. No, that's so bad. Draw 2 cards, gain 3 life. Oh, that's pretty good.
Wow. How big is the creature? It's just a 1/1. It's just a 1/1.
It's just a 1/1 baby.
A 1/1 with flying. But anyways, I do look forward to casting Pull from Tomorrow.
Yeah.
I mean, I like drawing X cards.
Yeah. And this is first pick for you, don't you think?
Oh, in a draft? 100%.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Slam this.
Sitting right next to it is a funny little dude I just want to point out.
Yeah.
Called Plague Belcher for 2 and a black. Guess what the stats are on this bad boy? 5/4 with Menace.
What?
It's another deal where when it enters the battlefield, put 2 -1/-1 counters on target creature you control. But can I just point out, cutest card in this set is going to be really tough. Obviously, there's some cute cats, but this guy also very cute. Tradition. I mean, like he's got a little burp. A burp of black sludge.
Yeah.
Cute little horns, and he's like,
he's burping plague.
Yeah. He's a zombie beast, which is relevant because a zombie lord was also spoiled today. Lord of the Accursed. 2 and a black for a 2/3. Other zombies you control get +1/+1, which is what we mean when we say lord. 1 and a black, tap it. All zombies gain menace until end of turn.
All zombies?
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
Wow.
I really hope that, I love tribal, so I hope that there is a zombie tribal deck that you're able to draft or even play in a constructed format. And there's also a Minotaur Lord as well that was previewed today, which is pretty cool. But I was really excited because Minotaurs are notoriously Rakdos colors, and I was like,
yeah.
Oh, yes, give me a Minotaur deck, which we were expecting to happen in Theros, I remember.
Yeah. And
there was a mono red deck that did have Minotaurs in it that happened in Standard, but it kind of died. It had a very brief life. But so far in Standard, there's only, with the addition of this card, 4 Standard Legal Minotaurs. So I don't think it's going to happen.
And one of them's like a 4/3 for 4.
Yeah, it's not good. Undo champion. Like what?
That's right. That's what I was thinking of. Undo champion. So looking at something that I think is super cool. There's like a cycle of cyclers at uncommon that cycle for kind of an expensive cost in some cases, but you get like a bonus ability.
Yeah.
So this, there's Renewed Faith, which is 2 and a white. It says you gain 6 life, but as cycling for 1 and a white, and it says if you cycle it, you gain 2 life. So it's like that ability mini.
Yeah.
And there's Vizier of Tumbling Sands, 2 and a blue. You can tap it to untap another target permanent. Cycling for 1 and a blue. If you cycle it, you untap target permanent. Stir the Sands, 4 black, create 3 2/2 black zombie creature tokens. Cycling for 3 and a black. If you cycle it, make a 2/2.
Can I just...
Yeah.
It's a zombie. Yeah. Can I just stop you for a second and ask you... about
like
this
what
little
that thing is,
thing.
I don't know. That's a really good question.
I think somebody said it was a zombie crab.
And that's what I thought, or like a zombie turtle or a zombie crab. I think it's a zombie crab.
It is so cute.
It is.
Oh my god. It has little bug eyes. I'm gonna, okay.
Its eyes are like hardcore bugging out. It's all the way.
Editing note for me right now. I want to zoom in on this and make it really large.
Just its
on the
eyes?
screen, just looking at its cute little zombie eyes. Okay.
I mean, they're like, and it's part of it is like its mouth is also like, ah! Hey guys!
I hope he has his own card. Wizards, please.
Oh my god. Zombie crab.
Okay, sorry.
There's also Deem Worthy, which 4 and a red deals 7 damage to a creature, cycling for 3 and a red, 2 damage, and Sheffet Monitor for 5 and a green. It's a 6/5, cycling for 3 and a green. You may search your library for a basic land card or a desert card.
Yeah.
Put it onto the battlefield and shuffle your library.
So a desert card comes in and taps for colorless, and it pings your opponent when it comes into play. So I can't remember if it comes in tapped, but the interesting thing that somebody pointed out is that this does hit, the Saheeli combo. It is a way to hit that. So that's a thing. But,
very true.
There are more efficient ways.
Oh, here we go. Sun-scorched desert, land, desert.
Yeah, okay.
When it enters the battlefield, it deals 1 damage to target player.
Oh, player.
Well, you can
redirect.
Yeah. Tap, add colorless to your mana pool.
Yeah.
Interesting. I hadn't seen that one yet.
What if somebody just killed people with sun-scorched deserts? What if that was your plan?
It's a deck of like 20 sun-scorched deserts, or ways to like
go
bounce them and play them again.
Yes.
And ways to go get them.
Somebody build it! Somebody will.
The desert deck.
The desert deck.
The desert deck. It kills you slowly.
and
painfully. There's nothing you can do. Yeah, so there's obviously a ton of other awesome cards that have been previewed. More than we could possibly talk about.
Yeah.
There's, of course, Regal Caracal.
Oh, yes. This is a lovely cat lord.
I'm just a cat lord.
I'm just the lord of all cats.
I'm a cat lord. Lord of cats. Hello.
Hi.
Oh, you can put me in a glass menagerie.
Whatsoever a regal caracal like regal caracal. +1/+1 to cats.
Was that a song from Cats?
Yes.
All right, just checking.
All the other cats get lifelink too.
Wow.
It's a 3/3 for 5. When it enters the battlefield, you create 2 white cat creature tokens with lifelink.
What?
Hi.
Wow.
I
what
like
a
this
card.
cat.
What a card.
Kathleen
what a cat.
From Loading Ready Run will be very happy for her cat deck.
Yes.
I am sure.
Nice. Real nice.
Real nice cats.
Just some real cute cats.
There's a legendary cat, which happened, because I was like, I want a legendary cat. Well, it's like, oh, well, then you're going to have Oketra, the cat god.
Yeah.
And she's real.
Yeah, she's real.
She exists. She's a 3/6 with double strike.
We'll talk all about how Gideon has the biggest crush on her of all time.
What?
Oh, he really does.
Seems a little, it's a little weird.
I mean, it is. You're not wrong.
Would you date somebody with an animal head? I think is the real question here.
Look, I don't think I would, but I'm not a planeswalker. He's seen some stuff, okay? Maybe if I were as otherworldly as Gideon, I'd be like, this is fine.
How would you kiss a cat on the mouth? First of all, it's like
Maria, are you trying to tell me you have never kissed your cat on the mouth? Because I don't believe you.
I haven't.
Sure.
They have a snoot. It's a snoot, so there's no lips, and their tongue is sandpapery. And
I'm not suggesting that you're gonna like French kiss your cat.
Well, are you telling me Gideon's getting into a relationship and he's never French kissing his cat girlfriend?
There are a lot of questions.
Gideon's definitely gonna shove his tongue down someone's throat. That's all I'm saying. He's definitely not the guy who doesn't go for that.
Really? I feel like he's just like he's too like focused on like, we have a job that we're supposed to be doing here and I can't be distracted.
That's probably true.
Anyways, Oketra the True. 3 and a white, legendary creature, god. Double strike, indestructible, 3/6. Cannot attack or block unless you control at least 3 other creatures. And for 3 and a white, create a 1/1 white warrior creature token with vigilance.
What animal-headed person would you date? I'm sorry, I can't get out. This is so weird. I did not know that about Gideon, and now I'm stuck on it. Yes.
Wow. This is really a question.
Please tweet your answer at us with the hashtag. I don't want to say what I just came into my head.
Don't, because then people are going to hashtag it at us.
It was not appropriate.
I am sure it wasn't.
But, make up your own hashtag with what you think I said.
Hashtag pet friend.
Okay, that's good. Hashtag pet friend. What would you choose? Maybe he's used to it because, like, a Johnny exists. A Johnny. Yeah. That's a little different, but...
Yeah, Johnny is just, like, full humanoid cat.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is a hard question.
I mean... they're otherwise completely like a person.
Yes, it's just the head. Because that's what this cat is.
Yeah, that's true. She's otherwise human.
Yes.
She just has a cat head.
A golden cat head.
A golden cat head at that. Huh. Wow.
You definitely don't want some kind of insect, because that is going to be really weird.
No.
Their mandibles.
And I don't think for me it's not going to be any of the reptiles.
No.
Like, that's just too much.
The eyes are on the side of the head.
Like, I think I'd probably go classic, like, dog or cat.
Yeah.
Maybe horse? A person with a horse head? No, horses
that you would not like that.
No, you're right. You're very right. It's probably classic, like, cat or dog, man.
The first thing that came into my head was bear.
Bear is like a big dog.
The little ears.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's no good answer. Sorry I went down this road.
There's just not a good way to answer this question.
There is one other god that has made an appearance.
Yes.
Before we
snack god
wrap up. The snack god.
Snack god.
Cronus the Indomitable. 2 and a green for a 5/5.
Wow. With death touch and indestructible. Cannot attack or block unless you control another creature with power 4 or greater. 2 and a green, another target creature you control gets +2/+0 and trample until end of turn. Wow.
Yeah. That seems good.
Yeah.
Having a creature with power 4 or greater by turn 4 in this format.
Very doable.
I feel like you can do it because there's definitely the creatures that are larger than they should be. So you could have something tricky go on where you play one, you kill some small thing that you don't care about. Mm-hmm. That's a question.
What is?
When something comes in that requires you to put -1 counters on something, can you put them all on one creature even if it was just like, say, a 1/1 or whatever?
I believe so, yes.
Okay, so it would just more than die.
It just dies.
Yeah. And that way you would have a bigger creature. For example, I had scrolled down to look at like Channel or Initiate. Or, there's another one.
Wait just a second. Go up a little bit. I want to look at this art on Unburden. 1 black, target player discards 2 cards, cycling 2. Ambition requires clarity. If you have any doubts, they must be abandoned. I'm just looking at the fact that it looks like this Minotaur is holding a bowl of blood.
Yep.
All right.
That's what it looks like to me.
All right.
Okay, definitely a bowl of blood.
Okay, definitely a bowl of blood.
I don't know where it went, but so you can have bigger creatures as long as you're willing to sacrifice a smaller one for the negative counters thing. Oh yeah, Exemplar of Strength.
Yeah.
Then you would have, which is on, it's a 2-drop, so you potentially meet the requirement by turn 4 to have a 5/5 indestructible attacking.
Holy buckets!
If you let that other thing kill something small.
Also, Magma Spray in this format.
Yeah.
Kill something, kills target Scrap Heap Scrounger, and it's exiled.
Well, they dealt with that.
Get out of here, Scrap Heap Scrounger.
Wash your hands.
You're exiled.
Yeah, okay, this is my question.
Yeah.
Thinking about Standard moving forward.
This is my answer.
Yep.
I have to hear the question.
Okay. Great answer. My question is, I'm always very excited to see what decks people come up with at the first Pro Tour when the new set is out. Mm-hmm. And how different will they be from what we've seen in Kaladesh because the rotation period is so long now? Are we going to see retools of decks that we saw in Kaladesh? Or are we going to see brand new creations of Amonkhet or some hybrid of the two? That's what I'm looking forward to finding out.
Yeah. I think the answer is yet to be discovered.
Amonkhet story time.
Hey everybody, I'm here to bring you the quick lowdown on what's going on Amonkhet. So in chapter 1, so to speak, of this story, our indomitable heroes, or anti-heroes as the case may be, show up on Amonkhet. That's the Gatewatch minus a Johnny. So we've got Jace, we've got Liliana, we've got Chandra, we've got Gideon, we've got Nissa.
What's a Johnny doing?
I don't remember.
Getting his nails trimmed.
Yeah, exactly. He needs to go to the groomers. So he has some vaccinations, some flea and tick medication to take care of.
Okay.
Classic cat stuff. So they all head to Amonkhet because they're like, this is Nicole Bolas's plane, and we need to, we're here to take care of extraplanar threats, and he's the biggest one. He's the big daddy threat of all big threats.
So they went looking for a fight.
Yeah, they're looking for a fight, and like Amonkhet is like the plane that Bolas made is what they've been told. They're like, he made this plane himself. So they land, and it's just like hardcore big time desert out there. It's just like vast desert terribleness, and like there's all this wind whipping around and there's sand blowing everywhere. And then all of a sudden a bunch of zombies get them, like go for them. They rise up from beneath the sand.
Oh, that's creepy.
And start going for them. And then, let's see, and then like, oh yeah, so there's all these sand zombies, and then Liliana like gets some of the sand zombies to fight some of the other sand zombies because she's a zombie person. But then there's massive sand worms.
Dude.
And one of them just hardcore eats Liliana. Just like straight up
Eats her?
chomps her. And then she busts through its stomach like a badass. And it turns into a zombie sandworm. Right? And they're like, oh, the Gatewatch is just getting trashed in this fight. They're just getting beat up left and right by these sandworms and these zombies. And like everybody's like fainting and everything. And then fainting. And it's everyone except Gideon. And then he looks up and Hazaret comes in and like stabs the worms with her big spear.
Sick.
Yeah. So Hazaret just like stabs all of these things and Gideon's like, there's gods here? What? And you know, he has a real existential moment because he's from Theros and that's, you know, there were gods on his home plane, but he hasn't seen them on any other plane.
So he's a religious like
he kind of has
quandary?
a religious moment of just being like, what? Anyways, so Hazaret stabs all the sandworms, and the Gatewatch sees her go off towards the city in the distance, and they follow. So chapter 2. They arrive at the city, which is under like this big magic dome, essentially, surrounded by more zombies. So they have to break in, basically. So it's like, you know, Liliana like tells the zombies to like chill out, and then Jace does some magic, and they get through the barrier. And then there's like this guard who's like, "What are you doing?" And Jace reads his mind to be like, "We're from a different place. That's why our clothes are out of fashion. They're fashionable in this other place. We're here to teach you."
About fashion.
Or whatever. And he's like, fine, I'll go get Temet, who's this dude who's in charge of a bunch of stuff. Temet comes and he's all suspicious and everything. And everybody is bad at lying. That's what it comes down to. All of these people are bad at lying. Even Jace, who can read minds to try and lie.
Scooby-Doo gang.
Yeah. Oh, and this is where also it comes into the Gatewatch needs like a prime directive because like they're kind of like when the bird sentry goes away to get Temet, they're like, someone's like, we should just tell them we're here looking for Nicole Bolas and he's evil and there's all of these other planes and that's where we're from. And they're like, we can't just tell them that. Like, we can't just bust into their world and be like, we're from other places.
What if they don't have warp capability yet?
Exactly. Yeah. And they're looking at this world and they're like, it doesn't feel that way. And they're all suspicious because they're like, Bolas made this, but the city is really pretty. And so Temet like leads them through the city, and all of the people are only training for the trials. So they're only combat training, and then mummies do all of the work. And Liliana's like, I could get used to it here. She's like,
and that's her getting used to it in that art.
Yeah, she's just like, excuse me, this is great. And then Temet's being all like, I don't know. But then he leads them to Oketra. And like, right, and Gideon has like a hardcore religious moment of just being like, oh my god, what? You're amazing, you know, like everybody like falls to their knees and worships her, and she reaches down with her giant hand and touches them on the chest, and is like, and he feels like calm and wonderful and great, and he's like, she's amazing. And then Temet, seeing that Oketra likes Gideon, like favors him, is like, okay, it turns out we have a place for you guys to stay or whatever. It's cool. So he takes them to a place to stay, and then, you know, all of them are kind of like, well, you know, the gods don't. Gideon's like, the gods don't seem evil. Like, I can feel Oketra's being, and she's not bad.
Yeah, I bet he does want to feel her being.
And he's like, she's not bad at all. She's good through and through. Like, she embodies these ideals of, like, solidarity and, like...
Litter boxes. The whole plane is her litter box.
And the Gatewatch is like, I don't know, man. Like, it turns out, you know, like... some of the gods on Theros were kind of fucked up, and Gideon's like, that's kind of true. And they're like, you know, the Titans were effed up, and, you know, these things are on Bolas's planes, so they're probably effed up too. And Gideon's like, I don't know. So everybody goes to sleep, and then Gideon takes a walk and goes and finds Oketra. And the end.
He's just like, you guys, I have to go see a man about a horse.
Yeah, basically.
But more like I have to see me about a cat.
I have to see a cat about myself, I think is kind of what he's doing. Because he's just so I can't even tell you how much Gideon is in love with this cat lady.
This is so weird to me.
Like, I don't know if it's like in love. It's more of like oh my goodness, she embodies all of these ideals. And he literally thinks about that. He's like, on Theros, it's like Heliod is the god of the sun, and Erebos is the god of the underworld, and Thassos is the god of the sea. And he's like, here they're gods of ideals, not of things.
I see.
So that makes them like more divine and better.
Whoa, he's converting.
So yeah, he's going all Amonkhet on them. So I think my suspicion is that's how we get to Gideon of the Trials, is because he's trying to impress her. He's just trying to impress a lady, is what it comes down to.
Oh my gosh, does he know that they kill you? Oh,
like I don't know.
Well, we'll find out.
So there you go. That is your Amonkhet story time.
Wow, I feel like I have just been caught up to speed in the best way. Grand Prix Mexico City.
Hey, we just wanted to say a quick congratulations to a friend of the show, Eric Froelich, and his team, Andrew Cuneo and Ben Stark, who took down GP Mexico City.
They did.
And did you see something? There's like an absurd stat out there that Ifro has top 8'd something like 9 team limited events.
Wow. So if you need somebody for your team.
Isn't that crazy? And they said there's only been like 19 of them.
That's nuts. That's so nuts.
It's like, a crazy number. So there you go. The tournament seemed cool. Like it was pretty small, and somebody tweeted like, this is more stacked than a pro tour, this team event. I bet.
I can see that. Like, just every picture was more famous Magic players playing on sweet teams.
It's also kind of an adieu to Kaladesh Limited.
It is.
Because it's going. It's going.
It is. But the good news is that Amonkhet pre-release coming up.
Woo!
And the pre-release is happening this weekend.
What? Who's in it?
So this time around, Ilian, the streamer, is in it. Who else is going? Oh man, I did read and see. Let's find out. Because the pre-release is an excellent thing to watch. Our friends at Loading Ready Run put it on.
Yeah.
The week before the pre-release. So
you can look at the first decks that are happening. You can look at what people are playing, what they're having, what sweet rares they open.
How good are the cards? How bad are the cards?
Yeah.
It's like your first chance to see and kind of get an edge going into your own pre-release.
Yep.
If you watch this happen, and they're just like a good time.
They are. They always have fun people. It's always 4 members of Loading Ready Run, and then 4 community members.
And 1 Wizards person.
And 1 Wizards person.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So Aaron Forsyth from Wizards is going to be playing. Christine Sprankle, the cosplayer, is going to be playing.
Cool.
Probably in costume. I don't want to say that for sure because I don't know, but... And, of course, everybody's favorite forgettable person, this is a professor joke, is Josh Lee Kwai from the Command Zone.
Poor Josh Lee Kwai.
He really gets trolled by the professor hard.
Yeah.
But he will be there, and he's an awesome dude. So that's a really stacked lineup, and I'm looking forward to getting those pizza rolls in my mouth.
As you watch.
And watching some sweet Amonkhet sealed for the first time.
Woo.
Flavor Text Theater presents
Modern Masters. Sing it.
So we're going to crack this pack of Modern Masters, which of course all of these cards going into our literal bucket here for our winner of our Patreon giveaway. So if you're a member of our Patreon, you have a chance at winning all of the cards that we open.
This really cute dragon token. Look at this dragon. He's so cute.
He is sitting on his little rock.
Look at him.
And yeah, you have a chance to win if you're a patron for any amount of time.
So we're gonna get some of these cards, and we're gonna tell you, what kind of band would sing these songs. And what this song is about. Hanweir Lancer is a song by a Scottish folk duo.
I would listen to that.
And it specifically, this song features some great Foley artist work.
Oh, nice.
Of like someone being stabbed by a lance in the background instead of like that's their beat to the song Hanweir Lancer. Cool. And it's the song of a Scottish man who tried to be a knight and he just got wrecked. So
It's like an
Handwear
old
Lancer.
passed down from generations.
Exactly.
Tune.
Folk song.
Okay, so my song is called Strength in Numbers. And it's like, probably Beyonce sings it. Are you laughing at what you just what you have?
Yes.
Okay.
It's really bad. I don't think I can say it. I'm sorry. Keep going with yours.
Okay. So Strength in Numbers is a badass Beyonce song about going out with your lady friends to the club.
Yeah, it is.
And it's about getting hit on by horrible, like, awful guys. But you're like, no, because I got my squad with me. Mm-hmm. Strength in Numbers.
Strength in Numbers. That was great.
Boom. Right at Beyonce, call me.
Oh, my God. I'm going to say
Do you want me just to look at it first to guess what it is? Okay.
I'm going to say this. The song is Lone Missionary, and it's a song by a Christian, like a very hardcore Deep South Christian band that encourages people to masturbate rather than to have premarital sex.
What is a lyric? I want to know a lyric from that song.
When times are getting tough or your feelings are getting hairy, remember, don't touch a girl, go lone missionary.
Yes! Yes!
Oh, man.
I've definitely heard that song before, by the way. So this song is called Golgari Rotworm, and it's definitely a metal song.
Yep.
So I need Chris Pakula to help me out.
Yeah.
Boop, 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 boop. So he only has a few numbers in his phone number. Who is a huge metal fan.
He has 5 digits in his phone number?
Yep.
Wow.
He's got one of those really baller phone numbers where you only need 5 digits.
Wow. That's
yeah.
really impressive.
Golgari Rotworm. It's just talking about a really dingy club that you go to called the Rotworm, and you get all dirty and gross, and you listen to some heavy metal.
Okay, so this is a country song by a female country artist, like in the vein of like Shania Twain or somebody like that, called Wall of Denial.
Oh,
and it's a song about how she's trying to confront her boyfriend about his alcoholism. But when she tries to talk to him about it, all that he comes back with is a wall of denial.
Yep, that's
Classic
definitely
countries.
Shania Twain song right there. This song is called Attended Night. I want to say this is like a song from a Disney pop princess. So, you know, who am I thinking of? Like very...
Selena Gomez.
Selena Gomez, that's it. And it's about going to prom, but but your parents chaperone you.
Oh, yep. Yep.
And how bad it sucks.
Classic. That's like from someone who still has a career on the Disney Channel, like currently, and they sing that song.
Yeah.
This is Terminate. It's also a metal song.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure that's got to be a real metal song.
Oh gosh, I'm sure it is.
No question.
Yeah.
Seagate Oracle. That is just a horrible name for a song. Like,
it really is.
I don't know. I don't know what that is.
All right, this one is called Molten Rain, and it's by like a super hippie Americana band.
Yes.
Who's singing about the dangers of things like deforestation and environmental pollution. This is their song Molten Rain, warning everyone about, you know, what the future holds if we continue down this path. So I've got a Come to Jesus song here, like what am I trying to say? It's like where it's like a ballad, a power ballad about how you don't need that man anymore. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, so it's called Recover, and it's about how you'll be fine by yourself because you love another. It don't matter because I will recover. Wow. Think about that if I was a really good singer. This is a song that they teach new military recruits. This is more like a chant. It's called Zealous Conscripts. Yeah. Yep. This is a song that's by like a hard rock band, like Kiss, I think, who I guess you could call hard rock, but not really. And it's a very loose or very bad, like it's an innuendo song. Yeah. So there have been plenty of innuendo songs over the year. Pour Some Sugar on Me, etc. This one is called Spike Gesture. Wait, what? Pour Some Sugar on Me is an innuendo? I feel like it is. I mean, it could also not really be, but also probably. Are you just saying you can't just throw this out there? Hold on.
Look up the lyrics.
Is pour some
Oh boy.
let's see, is pour some sugar. All right, already. The first one is pour some sugar on me about drugs.
Oh, well, I never thought about that one.
Innuendo. Innuendo.
I mean, what else am I thinking?
The lyrics are clearly about sex. Elliot says, pour some sugar on me is the metaphor for whatever sexual preference you enjoy. All right.
Yeah, so this is one that's about wearing, you know, a sex toy. It's called Spike Jester. Like, I could see that. I could see Kiss singing that like we're so badass.
Yeah. I was going to say, this is also, for me, from that same era.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
It's called Sin Collector.
Yes.
So this is like The Clash sings Sin Collector. Or like the Ramones or somebody like that.
What was our rare?
That was Zealous Conscripts.
Oh, Zealous Conscripts.
Yeah.
Sin Collector is a foil, which is a very beautiful foil as well.
It is. It's really pretty. So Sin Collector is kind of like it's kind of like Dream Police.
Yeah.
By that's not who am I thinking of? Who sings Dream Police?
I don't know.
It's the same people who sing. Oh my God! I own this whole album. What is wrong with me? This is everybody's gonna tweet at us. What?
This is becoming a recurring theme. Zealous Conscripts. Cool.
Cheap Trick.
Oh yeah,
God.
Cheap Trick.
Thank goodness. So it's in the vein of like Dream Police, of like the Sin Collector's coming for you, but in kind of like a weirdly upbeat way.
Yeah, you know they're coming for you, but
Yeah.
it'll be fun. So yeah, that all those cards go into our Patreon drawing for April. Get into our patreon.com/MTAcast and you will be entered for a drawing for those super sweet cards. And as we mentioned last episode, we've got a separate drawing for this sweet t-shirt from Mock's Boarding House.
That's right.
And we've got like we have so much stuff to give away.
Man.
Those battle decks will probably go in somewhere. I don't know what to do.
You get a deck. You get a prize. You get a thing.
Prize. Well, everybody, that's this week's episode. Thanks for joining us, as always, and thanks again to our sponsor, cardkingdom.com/MTAcast. Give yourself a little bookmark in your favorite web browser whenever you want to buy cards. Head over there through our affiliate link because it does help us out, and let them know that you are thankful that they support our show.
Also, if you use Bing as your search engine, can you just tweet at us and let us know? I'm just
curious.
I'm honestly just curious. Moving on.
There was a Reddit thread that was like the shower thoughts, and it was whenever I see Google in a movie being used as a search engine, I don't think anything of it, but when I see Bing, I know it's a product placement.
Google is just like, this is what people use, and Bing, it's like they paid them to use that.
We're not gonna get a single person who tells us they use Bing. Do you want the over or under on that?
Wow. You're giving me the over-under on 0.
On 0. Yep.
I will take the over.
Okay.
One person.
One person.
Fingers crossed, everybody. All right.
That's a good bet to take, I think. Don't lie about it, you hear me? Anyway. Yeah.
Oh man, thanks everybody for listening. Thanks again so much to all of our patrons who help make this show possible, and are members of that less than 1% club that keeps this show running.
Remember to download LifeLinker. It's on Apple and Android. Right. It's 99 cents to unlock the entire program, which it is, by the way, the best life tracking app that I've ever seen. It's beautiful. You can get logos for all the shows you support, like The Professor. There's Commander in the Command Zone. Just Magic Man Sam's on there. Everybody's on there.
Everybody.
So, yeah. Download LifeLinker. It's in the App Store.
And if you join Patreon, you can get our sweet background.
Yeah. So thank you in advance for all the new members of the family. And we'll see you here. Same bat time, same bat channel next week. And we'll have thoughts from watching the pre-release, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Over the weekend.
Bye!